Look, alright, I know. Don't look at me in that tone of voice. I get it, it's been 3 days since I uploaded my last episode. What have I been doing? Well, I guess you could say I've been battling Skynet. Robots. Technology frickin' hates me. 2022 started out trying to kick my ass. But not today, Junior. No, not today. I got all the technical difficulties taken care of, and now it is time for my first episode of 2022. And it just so happens to be week number 22 of my whiffs of the week. So stay tuned. Cue that intro. What's going on, my beautiful fragrance family, and welcome back to My2Scents. I hope each and every one of you are doing fantastic today, and you're sticking to your New Year's resolutions. My name is Brian, and this is the channel all about helping boost your confidence through the art of fragrance and helping you become a lasting scent memory. Seeing as it was the last week of the year, I decided to wear a lot of bougie fragrances. Yeah, that's right. I was feeling a little classy, a little sassy. I wanted to ring in the new year feeling like $1,000,000. So all the fragrances that I rocked last week did just that. And they do just that. They make me feel like, hey, look, Ma, I made it. They're a little bougie, they're a little expensive, but damn do they smell good. But before we get into what fragrances I was rocking to ring in the new year, I just want to take a quick second, thank the amazing fragrance family. That's you. Yeah, you. Pat yourself on the back, right here. Thank you so stinking much for all the continued love and support, man. If you are new to this channel, then I want to invite you to this stinking beautiful fragrance family by hitting that subscribe button down below. While you're down there, hit that notification bell. Don't forget, throw me up one of those. And yeah, drop me some comments down below because I look forward to getting to know you. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into week number 22 of my whiffs of the week. All right, we're going to start out with Monday. I don't know why I'm dancing, but I feel like dancing. I was feeling really good on Monday. Monday was a great day. I was dressed up. I was feeling great. I put out some good content that day. I just had a good feeling all day. So I decided to rock a good feeling fragrance. And that's Roja Parfums Elysium pour Homme. Now this is the Parfum concentration, not the Parfum cologne. And they only come in 50 ml bottles, not the 100 mls. But I'm going to tell you what, I freaking love the pour Homme, the Parfum, over the cologne any day of the week. It's a better fragrance in my opinion. It's a longer lasting fragrance. Now, don't get me wrong, Elysium Parfum Cologne is fantastic. It's bright, it's fresh, it's citrusy. It's all the feels. It just doesn't last that long. And I don't think it was intended to really be a beast mode type of fragrance. Some people get great longevity. Some people I know struggle with longevity with it. Well, if you do have that issue, this might be the answer to that problem for you. So less juice, and it's more expensive. It does pop up at discounters, but this right here is a lot more rich. It's a lot more luxurious smelling. When the cologne is already a very luxurious smelling fragrance, this one right here, that grapefruit is just rich. Then you have those really nice spices flowing through it. You have some pink pepper. You have this really nice bitter green galbanum. You're gonna have some jasmine, some lily of the valley. I mean, this is a fantastic fragrance. It's a straight up baller, honestly. I mean, it is sophisticated, it is luxurious, it's rich all the way through. The musks in it are done so well with some nice benzoin. I mean, it is a really good fragrance. Yeah, if you were to buy this at full retail, $4.85. That's stupid expensive. But when you can find it at discounters, I would definitely suggest saving your money, trying this first over the Parfum Cologne, and seeing which one you enjoy better. So Monday, I was flying first class, rocking Roja Parfums Elysium pour Homme. Tuesday, I rocked a newer one to my collection, and it comes from the house of Christian Provenzano. And this one is Esprit de Oud. Esprit de Oud, man. Christian Provenzano does such a fantastic job with oud. He's done oud fragrances for the likes of Fragrance du Bois. He did Cannabis Blue. Not only is that an oud fragrance, it's got that good old devil's lettuce in it. Gets you flying high, if you know what I mean. It doesn't actually get you high. That is totally false. But it'd be a lot cooler if it did, man. Esprit de Oud is a fantastic signature scent-worthy oud fragrance. This starts out with some orange, and you're going to have some ginger and some nice spicy characteristics, and then you float into this really nice sweet woody oud. It doesn't have a whole lot of funk to it, not whatsoever. Got some nice musks backing up that oud. This is a fresh and spicy oud. It does have some rose in it. I believe it also has some jasmine in it, but they're kind of just sitting in the background. This isn't really based on the aromatics. It's more just fresh, spicy, and woody with some nice ambery characteristics as well. It's a really good fragrance. I was very surprised because the other oud fragrance that I got from Christian Provenzano as a sample, I wasn't a huge fan of. But this one, Esprit de Oud, it's a great signature scent worthy oud. Great for beginners, though it's expensive. But if you have the money for it, I would definitely check out and, sample Esprit de Oud. I get good longevity out of it, though it does sit closer to your skin after it starts drying down, but you get a really good scent trail. The sillage is really good. And I was catching some attention all day that day, rocking Christian Provenzano, Esprit de Oud. Wednesday, I was feeling a little bougie and a little boozy, so I went with Unique Luxury Coote. This is the best whiskey fragrance I've ever smelled. In fact, it's one of the best whiskeys I've ever smelled. I feel like you could turn this bottle up and get turned. I do not recommend doing that. It will not do that. Please, for the love of God, do not drink your fragrance. This starts out with a little bit of citrus up top, but it's right off the bat, whiskey. And it smells like a really nice Highland single malt aged whiskey. This has got some Divana in it. It also has some nice aromatics, but it's really that whiskey. It also has tobacco, which gives it kind of like almost like a nice... And now the trash men hate me. Hold please. These trash men freaking suck my balls. Actually, it would be a lot cooler if they actually did suck my balls instead of make a bunch of noise because they're freaking annoying. Like I was saying, Kutay also has this really nice tobacco in it, and it's almost like a creamy cigar tobacco. It's just such a good fragrance. If you like boozy fragrances, but you actually like very photorealistic boozy fragrances, I suggest checking out Kutay in 2022. Again, not a cheap fragrance, but honestly, for the quality, the longevity, the projection, the sillage, everything that you, my friends, you, the subscribers, are looking for, Kutay has got it. Except, if you don't like booze, and you don't want to smell like booze, because this smells just like booze, then don't check out Kutay. But if you like it, definitely check it out. So on Wednesday, I was smelling like a nice glass of neat single malt Scotch whiskey, rocking Kutay all day. All right, Thursday, I went with another Roja. And this time I went with Roja Parfums Scandal Pour Homme. Again, I like Scandal Pour Homme more than I enjoy Scandal Parfum Cologne. Now, Scandal Parfum Cologne is fresher, especially right off the initial blast. The opening on Scandal Parfum Cologne, I enjoy better than Scandal Pour Homme. But this is more rich, has a lot more depth. I feel like it's got a little bit more legs to stand on because the tarragon in this and the rest of the spices and the herbal qualities really stand out. It's nice and ambery as well. You're also gonna have these really nice musks, nice zesty lemon opening. The bright lemon opening is a lot brighter in the Parfum Cologne. The Pour Homme, it's a little bit more candied-esque. It's a little bit more sweet and a little bit more tart, and it actually sticks around just a little bit longer than the Parfum Cologne. But then the tarragon and all those other spices start rolling in. It kind of smells like Old Spice. I don't think it smells just like Old Spice, because Danger and Scandal could kind of, they give off that old spicy kind of vibe. Again, it is expensive. Now with Scandal, you can go either way. I think the Parfum Cologne is really good. I get decent longevity with that one, but that's, again, on my skin. Definitely want to sample it for yourself. But the Pour Homme, I get better longevity. It just sits closer to the skin. Not a big projector, not a huge sillage, but a fantastic smelling fragrance. It reminds me of my granddad in the best sort of way. I like when fragrances can take me back to the memories of my past, of great memories of my past. And this right here not only takes me back to those awesome memories, it also helps me create new ones. Really expensive memories. We'll be diving more into Roja in 2022. But yeah, all day Thursday, I was smelling like a classy son of a bitch rocking Scandal. All right, Friday, New Year's Eve. Let's party. This is why I'm single, because, yeah, I should never do that ever again. Note to self, New Year's Eve, if you have been following this channel for some time, or if you watched my New Year's Eve special, and if you did not, I'll leave it right here for you. But you know what I wear, what I rock every single New Year's Eve. Since I got this bottle, Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. That's right. This is my favorite fragrance. This is my 10 out of 10. This is the fragrance that started all of this. It didn't start all of this, but it started a lot of this. The niche buying, the bougie fragrances. I love them. Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, spices, tobacco. And this, I think, has two different types of tobacco in it. I think it's got this really nice sweet pipe tobacco, and it also has a very ashy tobacco. And one of the tobaccos in it, I get kind of the same tobacco vibe as Tobacco Oud, just dumbed down a little bit. But then you're going to have, of course, vanilla. You're going to have some dried fruits. This almost has a little bit of a boozy characteristic to it. Slightly. Blend of spices that's done in this is fantastic. Now, this is an older bottle. I've had this one since, I think, 2015. So I get great performance and great longevity out of this. It's such a memorable fragrance for me, and ringing in every single new year, I know I'm gonna be smelling freaking fantastic. I'm gonna smell like Hugh Hefner that is dipped in vanilla and walking around with a cognac and sprinkled with spices. Now that's an interesting image to think about. Tobacco Vanille is my #1 fragrance. It's a fragrance I'll always keep in my collection. I hold this very near and dear to my heart. But I have found a fragrance, that is a lot like Tobacco Vanille. Though I don't think they were trying to recreate Tobacco Vanille. I mean, they might have. But it's the fragrance I wore on Sunday, so you're going to have to wait for that. But Tobacco Vanille is my numero uno, my #1, my partner in crime, my bestie, my BFF, whatever the hell you want to call it. Tobacco Vanille is it. So I rang in the new year, just like I do every single year. Well, at least for the last like 8 years, with Tobacco Vanille. Saturday is when literally Skynet was trying to probe me, trying to test my freaking patience, and all my technology decided to die. All on the same day. It was freaking awesome. But I made it through, and I did a live that afternoon, which was an awesome live. But I also got to play some disc golf that day at a brand new course here, not too far away from where I live. So I wanted a fragrance that does really well in the open air. Masque Milano Mandala. Ooh, spicy, smoky incense. Beautiful ambery nuances blended in with some beautiful cedar and amongst other woods. You also have some olibanum in here. God, this is such a good fragrance. I think the best way that I can describe this is how I described it in my Instagram scent of the day post for this. I said, it's as dry as a desert, but as fresh as an oasis. Because it really is. It's got this really nice fresh quality to it. But all the rest of the notes, because I think there's cardamom in here as well, they make it nice and dry, but it's still refreshing. It's still invigorating. It's just a really well put together incense banger. It's nice and woody. It does have a lot of that nice incense, but the amber in it is done really well. Again, not the cheapest, because you get 35 mLs for like, I think $145, but I'll tell you what, the quality is there, and man, this thing is a beast, especially out in the open air. Freaking love it. So all day rocking Masque Milano Mandala. All right, now it's on to Sunday, or as you like to call it, Sunday Fun Day. For me, it was more of standing at Verizon, waiting on getting a new phone. That was so much fun. No, I'd rather get a prostate exam. But I was smelling fantastic because I was rocking a fragrance that reminds me of my #1, my favorite fragrance. And that is, for the scent of it, and that's Tobacco Pod. Now, Tobacco Pod, I didn't say too much about this when I put this in my must-try Indian niche fragrances of 2022. Oh wait, you didn't see that? Leave a card right here for you. Go check it out. But wait till this is over. Just rewatch this. You know what to do. Now, tobacco, vanilla, spices, woods. It's very reminiscent of Tobacco Vanille. I didn't really say that. I said in my episode, and I wasn't trying to mislead people, because that yesterday was actually my second full wearing of this. And I was trying to decipher whether or not I really get all the Tobacco Vanille vibes. And I do. It's a different fragrance. In fact, this one is a little bit louder, and I will say this is better longevity. This is also more affordable, a lot more affordable. $60 for a 30 ml. A 30 ml of Tobacco Vanille, this costs you $150. This gets really good longevity. This has really nice sillage to it. I become more nose blind to this than I do Tobacco Vanille. I'm not really sure why that is. I don't think that Michael was trying to clone, and I would not call this a clone. I would call this an inspiration, a rendition, or just a standalone fragrance, because it does have a lot of the Tobacco Vanille characteristics, but it is its own fragrance in certain aspects. The spices are different. The tobacco is different. The fruity nuances, the fruits that are in it, the dried fruits, they're not really as predominant in Tobacco Pod. Like I said, 60 bucks for a 30 ml. Tom Ford, 150 bucks for a 30 ml. So, and if you want, you can trust me in knowing that Tobacco Vanille, I know that fragrance inside and out. I can smell it from a mile away. And I can definitely smell the difference between this and Tobacco Vanille, but man, I'll probably enjoy wearing this more because I save my Tobacco Vanille for special occasions. I was still smelling frickin' fantastic yesterday. In fact, as I spent 3 hours at Verizon, I got to know a lot of the employees. And that's because I was rocking, for the scent of it, Tobacco Pod. All right, guys. Week 22 of my Whiffs of the Week. The first episode of 2022. It was an awesome week of fragrances. I definitely boozed it out. I wanted to get some luxury fragrances out of the way because this week I'm going to go the exact opposite. I'm going cheapy, baby. That's right. Before I go, I would love to know, what was your weekly rotation? What did you rock for throughout the week? If you catch a wild hair, go ahead and leave me your entire weekly rotation. But that's it for me today, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. If you enjoyed today's episode, then do me a favor and like, comment, share, and subscribe. And always remember, you are stinking beautiful. And until next time, happy scent trails.